Animation. Yeah, the zoom has no chill. No chill whatsoever. 25, 50, 100. No, so it's not very incremental. Not very incremental at all. All right, so now we're gonna look at animations here. Creating animations in Studio. Studio brings your layers to life in just a few clicks. Follow these steps to create your first animation. All right, step one, add an interaction. You already have a head start. Studio automatically matches the layers in your starting and destination artboards. All you need to do is customize the transitions and gestures. Pro tip, keep your layer structure and naming tidy so your animations always work, which we should always know that. Studio uses a combination of your artboard groups and your layer order, type, and name to determine what animates during the motion transition. Select the folder group 1, artboard 1. All right, let's do that. Then, whatever that symbol is, are you a C? Whoa. Then on your C on your keyboard, or C on your keyboard. Okay, so basically, if you want this particular object, you can press C. Is it Command C? No. On your keyboard, pick whip over to artboard 2. Okay, so there we go. Start from the bottom. No. Boom. Interesting. Pick whip over to artboard 2. Okay. And we want this to be a tap. We're going to change it to swipe right. And then change transition to choose motion. Okay. Save. All right. So that's cool. All right. And then preview. Done. Nice. So I swipe right and it went once. How do I refresh it? Let's close it. Preview it again. That was kind of fast. So as you can see, this is my mouse here. Swipe over. Boom. Done. So that's pretty quick. That's pretty quick. So just do a little quick review of that. Basically, you select this object. You choose your pick whip. Select the artboard that you want to go to. And as you can see here, this goes from a dark blue to a light blue. And then boom, you got your animation. And just that quick, you come here, preview it, done. So that's pretty sweet. So you can see there's a ton of stuff that we can do with that. As a matter of fact, let's play with it. So swipe right, motion. Let's make the duration a little longer and put a little delay on it. Yeah, swipe right is fine. Save. All right, let's preview it. Okay, not bad. Try it again. Nice. So as you can see right there, we got a nice long animation. If you want to really drag it out, that is really cool. So that's really easy to play with. It should remind you a whole lot of Sketch when you're doing stuff like that. The ability to just create animations on the fly like that, I think that's really cool. One thing Adobe XD attempted to do when they were doing this is that they had a separate area just for prototyping. And a lot of people like the fact that there was a good separation. I kind of like that. I can play with it a little bit. Boom, nice long animation. So yeah, a lot of people like the fact that, you know, that there was a separate area between design and prototype. But I think if you can simplify it, and it looks like they have here, you can simplify it to the point to where, you know what, you can do the animations on the screen. It's not overly complicated. This is neat. This is really neat. I like that. Boom. I just know what a pick whip was. I've never heard that. I've never heard the term pick whip before. That is very different. Very, very different. All right. So let's play with it. So let's look at some more of these menus here. As you can see, the thing I was so curious about are the menus. I love these big menus. I use an extra wide monitor, and it's really cool when you can have these big labels here, these big input fields, you can fill them out. You have your rotation, how you want this to be selected and presented on the page. Basically, this sets up the location of the item for your animation. And then you have fields here. All of these menus are minimized automatically because you may or may not need them. But one of the things I like, and I just realized this, you can add multiple fields. You can just keep hitting this plus button and bring on fields. That's pretty cool. And if you want to delete them, you just right click, delete. You don't need that field anymore. Shadows, you don't need that shadow anymore. Right click, delete, right click, delete. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Maybe you would like to see something, a minus button, but it doesn't bother me as much. It's just by the simple fact that if you want to get rid of this, boom, there it is. You can totally do that. Let me make a couple. Can you select them? You can't select them. So you have to go down each one and delete them. Not quite like layers in Photoshop where you can select multiple layers and get rid of them. Because if you apply a filter, or if you apply an effect in Photoshop, you can actually select multiple effects and delete them. Suggestion to them: if someone adds multiple fields or multiple shadows, allow them the opportunity to select all of these and delete them in a mass. That way they're not deleting them one at a time like this. At the same time, I think this is neat. It's keeping it very minimalistic because you don't have a ton of buttons on here, which a lot of times in interfaces you have a ton of buttons and things like that, and it kind of just gets in your way. So this is really, really cool. And of course you have your layers here. They're set up by your artboards. Just like Adobe XD and Sketch, they have all of their tutorials kind of built around the artboards themselves. And I think this is really, really nice. All right, so that's pretty cool tutorial right there. That was the animation tutorial. And I'm going to not save that.